So everybody wants to know why Rmfc died, and I've been digging into it, I've been talking to people, and I think it's something I want to balk about. So I'm on my way back from a wonderful weekend in Oregon with one of my patrons, and I'm sitting in airplanes all day, and I'm walking through airports, and holy shit, Trump just sent warships to Korea. This guy gets violently dragged off an airplane for no apparent fucking reason. Flights are being canceled. Syria's threatening to bomb more shit. Babies are crying on the planes, and I finally land back at home. I go back to my house. I sit in my studio. I lean back. I kick off my shoes. I start at my computer and oh my sexy Jesus in a hot tub. What the fuck? This shit is so old at this point. Whenever someone is pointing and calling someone a Nazi, I just automatically assume it's bullshit now. You know how parents actually physically lose the ability to hear the pitch of their whining little brat toddlers? That's kind of what it is. But just for shits and giggles, let's look at this and try to be objective about it. Rocky Mountain Fur Con backs neo-Nazi sex offender to intimidate critic for reporting threat. By Dogpatch Press staff. I see the author didn't want to put his name on it. That must mean it's going to be amazing. So a convention backs Nazis and sex. What does that even fucking mean? Usually backing means you're funding them monetarily or something. Or is this just some new word for sex that you damn kids have come up with? Background. A neo-Nazi cult-like group, the Furry Raiders, is agitating the Colorado furries. They recruit members with gifts, grooming, and manipulation, so I guess no citation on that. The Furry Raiders self-create an us versus them situation by provoking others so they can pretend to be treated unfairly. Don't you just hate that? When some douche canoe shit talks you to the point that it lowers the whole world's IQ, but when you say something back, they go into victim mode. Oh, you're so mean. How could you say this to little poor me? Yeah, I hate that too. It makes my butt clench. Well, why in the fuck is this article even talking about this? What the fuck is the point? What actually happened? So it looks like someone named Art Decade said, oh yeah, the Furry Raiders are a bunch of Nazi motherfuckers too. Reminder, etc. And then someone named Dio responded and said, at Furry Raiders, can't wait to punch those Nazis. And this was in reference to an upcoming Rmfc. And holy crap, well, this is definitely a problem. You can't just have people publicly threatening to punch people at a convention. I can totally understand why this is a concern. If I was running an event and somebody publicly tweeted and said they were going to come to it and punch people, I would say, only me, girl, and only in my sparkle places. But outside that, no, you can't punch people. Now, looks like someone named Olivia pops up and says, watching you get shot by someone defending themselves from unprovoked assault will be far more entertaining. Okay, whoa, hey now. I think it's definitely important to let these violent cry bullies know that slinging their fists at anything they call a Nazi isn't a free ticket. You go and you start punching random people and you're likely gonna get your ass shoved through a meat grinder, sold to McDonald's, and then go to jail because assaulting people is a crime. But defending yourself from violent people certainly isn't fun when you have to do it. And it's definitely not entertaining to watch somebody being shot. Dreamer Hyena says, sure hope you're not suggesting someone would bring a gun to a convention. Olivia says, sure hope you're not planning on attacking innocent folks. I fully support legal concealed carry. And then Dio says, are you threatening to bring a gun to Rmfc? And what's the answer? There is no answer. The conversation stops right there, leaving me on the edge of my seat with only tears and my bucket of drama popcorn. So what happens next? When Dio reported the threat, Twitter wait. Okay, now I'm confused. Dio reported her own threat? This has got to be the most honest person in the world. Hang on. What's this? Dio, a steel worker in the Midwest, was upset about the trolls. They were ruining what the furry community represents to her. It made her connect current events to the problem. She tweeted about punching Nazis. It was a rhetorical comment in line with the patriotic spirit of entire generations of Americans since World War II. Are you fucking kidding me? Did you just drop an American flag behind this threat of assault and start playing America the fucking Beautiful? Are you fucking nuts? First, let's be real here. Dio isn't threatening to punch Nazis. She's threatening to punch people that she's decided are Nazis, whether or not they actually are. She's threatening to punch people she just doesn't like for whatever reason she can manage to scrape out of her ass. Secondly, Americans in World War II weren't punching Nazis, they were killing them. And they weren't killing them because they were wearing armbands or disrupting furry events. They were killing them because they were slaughtering millions of people. The fact that this article would even suggest it's the same thing makes me think it got its sense of reason out of a Scientology camp somewhere outside of Dallas, Texas. Well, we punched people who were committing genocide, therefore punching people who were making harassing phone calls is just right in line with that same American spirit. This article is... Now I see why the author didn't put his name on it. Dio had never gone and wasn't planning to go, but cared enough about other first to notify police. I love how they're painting this picture of this patriotic, heroic person whose only crime was that she just cared too much about her community, so much that she only wanted to assault some of them, not all of them. Dio says it all started when Furry Raider member Olivia Mellis threatened to bring a gun to Rmfc. I contacted Rmfc con security to warn them. I never received a reply to my email. No, Dio dear, it maybe seems to have slipped your mind a little bit, but this all started when you threatened to assault people. Nobody just stepped out of the woodwork suddenly and said, I'm gonna bring a gun, blah, 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 blah. In fact, they didn't make any threat at all. It seems like they're suggesting they could bring a gun specifically to defend themselves from you after you directly threatened to punch them, but they never said, I'm bringing a gun, or I'm gonna shoot you, or any other direct threats such as, oh, I don't know, can't wait to punch those Nazis, maybe? When Dio reported the threat, Twitter banned the troll account, but RMFC didn't answer, or so it seemed until 2 months later. That's when things turned upside down. Following her report, she seemed to be the first person to ever get banned from the con. The delivery method is eye-popping. So Dio now gets a letter from a guy named Kendall Emery claiming to be the Chief Executive Contract Law Officer of RMFC, and if you thought this was already fucked up at this point, this shit show grows legs and starts dancing the fucking merengue. I and the board of directors of the Mid-American Anthropomorphics Art Corporation and directors of Rocky Mountain FurCon am in possession of what appears as false statements issued by you against our organizations and your other potentially damaging criminal activities causing substantial commercial injury damages against us and ours, and possible other plaintiffs, including but not limited to Furry Raiders, BLFC, 2 Gryphon, and many others, yet to be discovered and named in a possible class action lawsuit as we continue to investigate these potential crimes. Okay, so no jokes here. I'm taking the jokes and I'm putting them down for a minute. Jokes, no jokes for now. I want to make a perfectly clear statement about this. My eyes about popped out of my head when I saw my name listed in there. This is very suspect because I had zero knowledge of this document until a few days ago when I found this article. This makes it appear that I'm a participant in some kind of legal action against this Dio person. I'm a named plaintiff in this document, but not one word of this has ever been discussed with me. I was never made aware of it or the situation and had no knowledge of its existence at all. The Furry Raiders don't generate income as a group, so it's not possible to cause them commercial damages. And according to Dio, BLFC didn't know about this document either. Dio certainly isn't causing me any financial damage, and in fact, if anything, she's just promoting me. Thanks for sending the love my way, hon. But just to be clear, my name was used in this document without my knowledge or consent. So while it wouldn't surprise me if Dio's running around spreading garbage misinformation about me, I do not now, nor have in the past, or plan in the future to be involved in any legal action against her. So now that I've said that, the rest of this letter goes on to list possible charges she could face. It threatens to possibly take her property, possessions, and money, and finally informs her that she's banned from RMFC. Now, I don't like Dio, but this letter is absolute horseshit. I'm no lawyer by any means, but even I can tell this didn't come from any legal expert. Damaging criminal activities causing substantial commercial injury damages? Is this for fucking real? You made substantial money goneness by way of disappearance of our havingness of money goneness. What crock of steaming illiterate elephant shit did this get pulled out of? So what happens next? Dio says, when I got the letter, I was worried, scared. I knew the claims were false, but how much money would I lose paying a lawyer to defend me from a frivolous litigation and lies? Was my house in jeopardy? I have 2 roommates, both furry artists. I was worried about how this would affect them. The letter is intimidating, threatening, and before I talked to lawyers and found out about sovereign citizens, I wasn't sure what to make of it. So, wait, first, Dio, hang on, wait a minute, hang on. What is it that the Furry Raiders do that people hate so much again? Ah, yeah, the Furry Raiders self-create an us versus them situation by provoking others so they can pretend to be treated unfairly. So you mean like threatening to assault people, provoking a response, getting a result that is unfavorable, and then saying, I was so scared. I was intimidated and threatened. You mean kind of exactly like that? Oh my God. Dio is a Nazi. Proof right here. Hey, welcome to the party, kid. Ha. I said punch Nazis as a joke to a friend. A furry raider threatened to shoot me at a con. I reported the gun threat to Rmfc security. No one threatened to shoot you, and saying, can't wait to punch those Nazis, that's not a joke. That's just a statement, although it is a punchline. Ha! Thank you. Thank you. Tip for all you people out there, if you're going to use this social system of oversensitivity to get what you want, then don't whine about it when it comes back to bite you on the ass. At this point, the article pretty much falls apart into shit that's less recognizable as journalism than a Wall Street Journal article written by Anita Sarkeesian and 3 trained warthogs. It goes into how the former CEO of RMFC was arrested on a sex offense, which has nothing to do with the price of blowjobs in Thailand. Dio calls him a child rapist repeatedly, but the charge is criminal sexual contact with a minor, which could mean one of 24 different fucking things, up to and including consensual sex with someone under 18. It's a 25-year-old charge, so it happened when he was 30, even though they show him here looking like a creepy old man. That's pretty disingenuous, I think. And I'm sure Dio is telling people that he's a child rapist because if anyone says anything in his defense, then they'll be supporting child rape, which I'm sure is exactly what's gonna happen to me now, even though if he was a child rapist, it would have been listed in his charges as sexual assault, like in this example, and not criminal contact with a minor. And in fact, people who are close to him say that there was no sexual intercourse at all. Then it goes on to Scorch, another staff member of RMFC who interacted with Dio, where it has to explain what a rotten person he is before they actually get to the facts. Even saying Scorch has other interesting stuff on his website. Poke around in the public directory and find stuff concerned with 9/11 trutherism, the flat earth, so-called alternative physics, or this collection of photos of dolphin genitalia. But never mind all that. Being weird is one thing, this story is another. Yeah, so why the fuck is it in here? It has no bearing on the story. You even admit it has no bearing on the story. I'll tell you why you put it in here. It's because you damn well know that this is a garbage story, and there's no way you're gonna spin a hero out of someone who threatened to assault people unless you spend lots of time tearing down anyone who opposed her. It's the same reason you had to tell people about a 25-year-old conviction and why you had to spend 2 paragraphs telling people why they're supposed to hate the furry raiders. The conclusion of this article: a neo-Nazi style group is invading furry fandom. RMFC and its staff and board defends them by threatening critics. Threats are coming from a sex offender who supposedly stepped down from operating RMFC but still owns and represents it. No, that's not the conclusion. That's not the fucking conclusion at all, okay? The conclusion of this whole thing is that it's a giant fucking shit show. Dio's complaints and accusations are a shit show. The letter that was sent to her is a shit show. The whole situation is a shit show. And this article is a fucking cabaret of singing, dancing turds on a stage shit show. Nazis are invading the furry fandom. The fuck? According to the New York Times, the largest group of Nazis in the United States has about 400 people in it. 400 people! If the largest group of Nazis in all of America had come to RMFC, they still wouldn't have been half of it. If every Nazi in the United States tried to invade the furry fandom, one of our medium-sized conventions could kick the shit out of it in a war. Which is a very amusing image, by the way. This is sensationalist fear-mongering bullshit. Is RMFC backing Nazis? No, they're just not banning people you're calling Nazis because they never broke the rules at the convention. Are they backing a sex offender? According to the staff members that I contacted, they were contractually obligated to have him in some position in the organization and couldn't get rid of him even if they wanted to. So what killed RMFC? Some people say it was Dio because she called in concerns of violence to the hotel. The convention chairman says the convention was canceled because of security costs related to threats of violence. The Denver Post says the convention was canceled because of violent threats. Rolling Stone magazine reports the con was closed due to violent threats and largely seems to support the furry raiders. Flayra, a furry news site notorious for sensationalizing furry drama, says that tax evasion is what closed the convention down, which of course is the preferred explanation for the people who were threatening violence. But the convention said that this was a mistake in their books and they had long since rectified and paid the back taxes that were owed. So which one of these killed RMFC? Well, here's the twist. Neither of them. After talking with lots of people, digging for all the information I can, and researching every possible source that has come to me, neither of these is what killed RMFC. We all want to point to one thing that caused the convention to die out, but the picture I'm getting is that it was a perfect storm of bullshit They came together all at once. Dio threatens to assault people at a convention that she conveniently doesn't mention she's not even planning to go to. When someone answers to imply that they'll defend themselves from her, she decides that's a threat and contacts the hotel, police, and security staff of this convention she has no plans of going to report to them that someone threatened to defend themselves from her violence. How dare they? But Rmfc doesn't respond. So she whips up the cry bully tears and turns the snowflake community to outrage orgasm about this terrible threat and Rmfc's refusal to give her what she wants. And they start making violent threats, saying that Rmfc is a Nazi con and that there will be beatings and shootings and stabbings and absolute fucking havoc. Eventually, this gets loud enough that the hotel takes notice. The Denver police investigate it and say that it is a credible threat, and the hotel now decides that they won't allow Rmfc in their hotel without extra police protection to the tune of around $22,000. Meanwhile, when Dio gets grilled about her assault threat, she goes with the "hey, just a prank, bro" defense, all the while pointing at these people screaming Nazi, pointing at this person screaming rapist, even though she doesn't have proof for any of this. Because Rmfc screwed up their taxes and had to pay a lot to get them settled, they don't have the money in their budget now to be able to sink another $22,000 into police protection that the hotel is forcing them to have. So since they can't afford it, they think they might be able to convince the hotel that there won't be any violence. Rmfc thinks that Dio is the one behind the violent threats, so they decide that they should talk to her directly and ask her if she'd stop. When at this point, the problem isn't Dio anymore, but a runaway mob of uncontrolled panicking shitlords that she couldn't control even if she wanted to. The person that the job of communicating with Dio falls to is Kendall Emery, who sends out this steaming turd of a threatening cease and desist letter, which was a huge fucking mistake. Dio makes sure to squeal about this letter as loud as she can, and when the stench of it hits the community, everything goes fucking nuclear. Con staff members make bad statements at just the wrong times. Furry raiders make bad statements at the wrong times. The opposition comes in and starts yelling at Dio. Dio and her crowd start yelling back. And in the middle of all this bickering and threats and the judgments, a furry convention died. So you want to know what killed Rmfc? We did, all of us, because we failed to come together as a community. Because we decided it was more important to dictate who belongs in the furry fandom and who doesn't than put aside our disagreements and come together as a group. Because threats were answered with threats that were answered with other threats, or worst of all, because we sat and watched indifferently and did nothing to try and bring reason to this madness. Rmfc died because we didn't support our own community. When the few people who'd rather fight over subjective, misinformation garbage and toss around accusations and violent threats became the loudest voice. We failed to be what furries are supposed to be. People from all walks of life who leave our differences at the door and come together to celebrate a common interest. And unless we can get back to the essence of what it is to be a furry, the furry fandom is going to eat itself. Unless we stop just believing every garbage news article or every stupid rumor that we happen to hear that's designed to divide us and start helping people who are promoting hatred and segregation and violence to see that that's not the answer to anything, we're not going to make it. Normally, I'd be the first person to say that hashtags are generally for slacktivists and don't do much good. But in this case, I'm going to start one anyway. Hashtag fur for peace. And when you use it, it should be a reminder to everyone that furries are not supposed to be battling each other. We have enough problems in this country that's already tearing itself apart. We don't need to destroy ourselves by bringing all that chaos bullshit into our community. So, hashtag fur for peace, use it, tell other furries about it, and let it remind you and others of what being a furry is supposed to be. Guys, that's all I have to say about this. Thanks for listening, and I'll see you all again soon.